Hi guys! I feel like I never really do simple daytime looks. I feel like I just always do really dramatic ones. I want to start doing more neutral, everyday, like simple makeup tutorials. So I thought I would do this one because I haven't done one in a while. I think out of all my videos, I only have like 2, maybe 3 like easy everyday makeup tutorials. I'm still working on my background, trying to find some other backdrops because this is just like plain white and it just looks like a sheet, so I don't like that. But I'm just using it for now because we haven't moved yet. We're still in the same house. Normally I'm filming facing that way, but I just kind of moved my room around, so I'm facing this way. I'm trying to get my videos to look a little bit better. I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
I'm starting out with primer and my brows are already filled in. I'm using the Smashbox Luminizing Primer. I have quite a few Smashbox primers and I really like them. This one's the Luminizing one. It looks kind of dark, but once you blend it out, it just like is the same color as your skin. It doesn't have like a dark tint or anything to it. And for foundation, I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation. I haven't used this in a while, and this is one of my favorite foundations. I'm trying to use more drugstore products, so I thought I would use this. For concealer, I'm using the Revlon Colorstay. I actually like this concealer. I've been using it recently, and it's a good price. It's from the drugstore, so can't really go wrong with that. And then to blend it out, I'm using this brush from Morphe. I usually use my beauty blender, but it wasn't wet at the time, so I just picked up this brush, and it actually blended everything out nice. I really like it. And I'm also using that same concealer just to prime my eyelids. I normally use my paint pot from MAC, but since I started with my face first, I thought I would just use this concealer. And then I just went back in with my foundation brush just to blend out around where I applied my concealer, just so it's like all blended out. And then I'm taking the Kat Von D Shade Light palette, and I'm using the lightest shade to set my concealer. So I'm just applying this everywhere I put that concealer. This will help it so it doesn't move as well. And I'm also putting it over top of my eyelids. First, I'm taking the more warmer bronzer in the Kat Von D contour palette, and I'm just using this on a big fluffy brush just to warm up my face a little bit, just to bronze because I'm really pale. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, though. Now I'm taking the more cool tone bronzer, and I'm using this to contour, so I'm just putting this in the hollows of my cheeks. I'm using the Nars Ita brush. I think that's how it's pronounced, and I'm also putting it on the sides of my nose to contour my nose and then my forehead. Then I went back in with that brush. I didn't add any extra bronzer, I'm just using it to blend it out. And for blush, I'm using Orgasm. That's what the blush is called. It's from Nars. I'm just patting it on my cheeks. I'm not adding too much. I just want a little bit of color. Now I'm just taking a dual fiber brush. This brush is from MAC, and I'm just blending around where I added my blush, just so there's no harsh lines. Then to highlight, I'm using this Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick. I'll have the name of it down below. It is a really pink shimmer brick, so you can either use it as like a blush topper, or if you use the lighter shades, you can use it as a highlight like I am. And then I'm going in with my Smashbox primer water just to set the powders. And for eyeshadow, the first eyeshadow I'm taking is Peach Smoothie from Makeup Geek, and I'm just putting this back and forth through my crease. Then I'm taking Mylar eyeshadow from MAC. You can use an eyeshadow close to your skin color, or you can just leave it blank. I just wanted to add something on the lid. This color isn't really too intense or anything, so I'm just applying this all over my lid with a small shader brush. Now I'm taking Latte eyeshadow. This is from Makeup Geek, and I'm using my Sigma E25 blending brush. And normally I use Scotch tape, but it was packed up and at the other house, so I'm just using this, I think it's the Maybelline primer, but I'm just using it so I can get that sharp edge on the side of my eye. If you don't have anything with a straight edge like this, you can just go after and clean it up with concealer. And I'm just putting this on the outer corner of my eye and kind of bringing it out towards my brow bone. And I'm also putting this color on my lower lash line. I'm just using the same brush because I want it to be pretty smoked out on the lower lash line, and I kind of wanted it to be a little bit thicker and down more since I'm using that bigger brush, and I brought it out to my brow bone. That's why I'm using it. And now I'm using a flat definer brush, and I'm using Embark eyeshadow from MAC. This is a dark brown with a little bit of a purple in it. You can use any dark brown eyeshadow if you want. You can even go in with a black, but I didn't want to make it too dark. I just wanted to leave it pretty simple. So I just put that up against, almost as if I'm doing my eyeliner, and then I'm bringing it in about halfway, I would say, and then I'm also putting it on my lower lash line. I'm just applying the color to my lash line, and then once I applied it, I'm just going to blend it out a little bit with that brush. And you can leave the lower lash line blank if you want to, but I just wanted to add a little bit of a shadow down there. And this is optional, you don't have to do this, but I'm just taking a little bit of Swiss chocolate eyeshadow from MAC, and I'm just blending out the outer corner of my eye, and I'm bringing it up into my crease a little bit. I'm not bringing it all the way in though, I'm just keeping it on the outer corner. And then I'm going back in with that Mylar eyeshadow, and I'm just using a little bit of it to highlight my brow bone. Then I'm going to be applying mascara. I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. This is a good mascara for when you're not wearing false lashes, even though I'm going to be wearing false lashes today. So I'm just applying a few coats of mascara to my lashes and my lower lashes, and then I'm going to be applying falsies. These lashes are from Ardell, and I'm actually using a lash applicator to apply them. Normally I use my tweezers, but I couldn't find them at the time, so I was kind of having a hard time. So I'm just applying them, and then I went with my lash curler just to curl them, just so my lashes are all going the same way, and just so I can bind my real ones to my fake ones. And for my lips, I'm using this lip crayon from Ardency, and it's kind of similar to the Hourglass Nude Lip Crayon. I think that's what it's called. I feel like I've only been wearing liquid lipsticks lately, so I wanted to do a glossy lip. And the lip gloss I'm using is Modern Romance. It's one of MAC's mineralized lip glosses. And then this is the finished look. I hope you guys like this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!